This guy had never run ads in his life, yet 45 days later, his client made $250,000 with only $1,800 in ad spend. That's 150x return on ad spend. Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm gonna break down how Ben, who had never touched the Meta Ads Manager ever, made his client a ton of money, and how he pulled it off using what I call the 4P ads framework. All right, so quick story time. Ben is an adventure photographer. This guy is extremely talented. He's done work for Red Bull. He's done narrative films, documentaries, honestly, some really, really cool stuff. But one of the things, as I mentioned in my previous video, if you haven't checked that out, go and watch it. He kind of gets to a point where maybe you're working on these documentaries, maybe you've done narrative films, maybe you're super talented as an individual, but you're having a hard time growing your business, bringing on work, etc. Right? And so this was exactly what was happening with Ben. We kind of got to a point where, hey, you know what? I want to start an agency, right? I want to take my life and my business into my own hands, and I want to build this agency. I want to bring on clients, but more than anything, I really want to help people, because part of what we do here is that we don't just make videos for the sake of making videos. We make videos because we want those videos to have an impact and we want them to serve a purpose. I love helping businesses grow with the strategies that we implement. And so that was one of the things we wanted to help Ben do. And that's one of the things that Ben wanted. So check out what he had to say real fast.
Hi, my name is Ben Gallen from Oceana Productions. I've been a documentary filmmaker, also narrative fiction, feature films, short films, music videos, you name it, 20 years in the game. I got tired of the feast or famine. I land a big gig, I'm super busy for a year, maybe two, then the project ends and I'm hoping to get the next one and trying to raise money. Numerous projects in various stages of development. I'm sure you've heard that one. So when I saw Luis's ad, I was really intrigued. I like the idea of using the skills that I have as a filmmaker and my years with all my equipment and on my editing expertise. Jumped on with Luis, and my first client in the first month has been an architectural firm. I think it's an $1,800 ad spend. The first 45 days, he's landed 30 leads, closed 2 deals totaling $250,000. And my client now is like, I'm a believer, man. This is it. Let's go. I'm super stoked. So that makes me happy, makes me look good. And I owe it all to Luis and the FOD Collective. Great group of folks in there.
All right, so pretty banging. And oftentimes I tell people, and Ben is a really good example of this because, like I said, never touched the ads manager before. And so a lot of people get a little intimidated when they use the ads manager, or when I talk about advertising, right? They think maybe it's a little too difficult. But here's the actual truth. Like, advertising is actually not that complicated. And what's so cool about it is that it's actually formulaic. Like, if you follow the formula that I'm going to teach you in this video, you can pretty much get really good results for your clients, specifically local businesses. And so I'm going to break that down for you guys today. But my main point in saying this is that you don't have to be worried. Like, I tell people all the time, like, look, dude, if you know how to use Resolve, Premiere, Final Cut, any of the editing softwares, then you will be just fine inside of the ads manager, because just like anything else, you learn, right? If you don't know something, you learn and you go and figure it out. So I have a special treat for you guys today. I'm actually going to break down this framework. This is the exact framework that I teach all of the people inside of the Freedom on Demand Collective. I'm going to break it down for you guys today so that you can understand the formula. And then once you understand the formula, then you can implement it for local businesses. And if you want to take this content and go and implement it for some of your clients, then by all means, dude, go get some results. Leave me a comment below once you've gotten some crazy results for clients. But Ben isn't the only one. I have Austin in the program who's getting crazy results for his clients. He made one of his first clients $11,000. I think not even like $500 in ad spend. This was like in the first week. It was insane. Nick, who's in the collective, he started working with a pool company, and I believe they've done over $600,000 in about 2 to 3 months with like $4,500 in ad spend, like something insane like that. Rob as well, who generates over 500 leads per month to his dental client. Like, dude, it's insane. Like, these guys are probably doing several hundred thousands of dollars every single month. Giovanni, this guy, also very similar story to Ben, sold a roofing client for $4,750 per month with content and ads. Dude, the first 30 days in implementing the ad campaign for his roofing client, the client made $100,000. And I've obviously implemented this strategy for my own clients, and I have numerous results in working in the medical industry, specifically with med spas, orthodontists, and dentists. And so one of my best clients, we made him $250,000 in 3 months with only $6,000 in ad spend. So I'm going to try my best to share and relay that formula here with you guys today so that, again, like I said, you can implement it for your clients as well. So the 4P framework stands for product, price, promo, and package. So hopefully you guys are taking some notes here. You should be writing all this stuff down because it's going to be really useful. Okay, so let's start with number one. Number one is product, right? And so the one thing when it comes to product is that you want to just make sure, guys, that you are not advertising, or the people that you're working with, that they don't want to advertise something that, one, people have never heard of before, and number two, that they don't want. Frankly, it's common sense. Advertise something that people are already aware of. And mind you, you can advertise something that maybe is not super well known in the marketplace, but it is in your best interest to advertise something that already is, because your job will be easier. If you advertise something that people have never heard of before, well, you have to do a lot of education. It's up to you if you want to do that, but again, it's going to be a lot easier if you just advertise something that people already know about. And on top of that, and something that people already want, something that has appeal, something that's sexy, something that there is already demand for. AKA, it's called product market fit, right? Maybe you heard that term before. Very simple, common sense. Give people what they want. All right. It doesn't matter if it's a product or a service. Make sure that it's something that it's sexy, it has appeal, people actually want it. All right. Number two is going to be your price. Now, it is my recommendation that you put the price of whatever it is that you're going to be selling on the ad. This is specifically for local businesses. Okay. If you're selling something that's low ticket, then just put the price on the ad. If you're selling something that is high ticket, typically when you do something that is more expensive, there's financing around it. So what I would do is that I would figure out what is the lowest monthly payment if I do get that finance, and then I would put that price on the ad. So let's say, for example, a car, $0 down, $100 a month, right? So I put the actual price. The reason why you want to put the price on the ad is because you want to let people know how they can afford it, how, and also if, right? And so understand that at the end of the day, people just want to make a wise purchasing decision, right? And so nobody wants to waste their time. They don't want to waste your time. They don't want to waste my time, right? And so everybody just wants to know how much it's going to cost. So just tell them, right? It's going to generate higher quality leads for your clients. Your clients are going to be happier because people already know upfront how much it's going to cost. And people are actually a lot more responsive when you actually do this, because again, the first question that people have, like let's say you run an ad, you don't put the price on the ad. The first question people have is, how much does it cost? Like hands down, that will always be the case. So just let people know up front and save yourself some time. All right. Number three is going to be promotion. And so a promotion is simply the same thing as an offer, right? An offer can be, buy one, get one free. It can be 10% off, $500 off, $1,000 off, like any kind of promotion that you've ever seen in the marketplace right now. It's like, hey, if you buy 3 months, you get 1 month free. If you rent this apartment for 12 months, we're going to give you 1 month's rent for free, right? Like anything that you've ever heard of before, that is a promotion. And essentially the purpose of the offer and the promotion is to incentivize someone to take action today versus tomorrow. All right. And so maybe you run an ad campaign before, or maybe you created a video that was trying to promote something and you're like, dude, nobody's taking action. This is not actually generating results for me. It's not actually doing anything for my client. The number one thing that I always go and diagnose is, did it have an offer? Because the reality is that we're all creatures of procrastination, right? Like if we don't have a reason to take action on something, we oftentimes don't. And so the offer does a really good job of, again, incentivizing somebody to take action. So you want to put an offer on whatever it is that you're going to be promoting so that it can actually generate a better result. It can actually elicit a direct response from the people that are watching that content or seeing that ad. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And number 4 is going to be a package. And the purpose of the package is to ultimately help differentiate what it is that you're selling versus any other competitor. So let's be honest, like in most local businesses are commodities, like they're selling commodities. I work a lot with dentists, orthodontists, med spas. Let's just say med spas, for example, Botox, right? Like any other person down the street sells Botox. Like if I'm working with a dentist and maybe we're doing something like aligners or something like that, well, within a 1 mile radius of my location, there's like 5 dental offices. Okay. So if I'm advertising advertising Invisalign for them. Well, what makes Invisalign different from the other guy? And so oftentimes what we'll do is that we'll create a bundle so that instead of being an apples to apples comparison, where maybe they just compare on price, well, now there's a little bit more value around what it is that we're advertising. And so that in itself just makes it harder for people to compare. Now it's more of an apples to oranges type of comparison. And that's actually way more value to what it is that you are promoting. And so people actually want to take advantage of it because I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's the same price, but I'm getting a lot more value or this other business over here. And so another thing that you can do here to kind of level this up is to give it a unique name. So for example, for our Botox clients, we would say something like our Forever Young bundle, our Glamorous Glow bundle, right? And so everybody else sells Botox, but this client is the only client that has the Forever Young Botox bundle, right? And it's a bundle that includes a free face mask, a free filler voucher, and you are ultimately getting like a free exam, free skin analysis, like all these things to help level up and differentiate and add more value to what it is that you're promoting so that ultimately it gets a result. Yeah, hopefully this was insightful. I have some additional resources linked here at the description below. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, leave me a comment if you thought this was insightful, and give me a follow on IG and shoot me a message. I'd love to connect. I suck at goodbyes, so I'll just say peace out, and I'll see you on the next one. Thumbs up.